we're going to go back to my favourite cuisine, my sort of favourite food culture, Mexican, and probably my favourite type of dish in Mexican cuisine, a tostada. A tostada this is a white corn tortilla, but it's fried, or it's in the oven baked to dehydrate it. What you're trying to do is get it to be nice and crunchy, like a corn chip. And then this little corn chip becomes basically your plate that you put everything on top of. So the first thing we're going to do is get these in the oven to turn them into little corn chips. So out on an oven tray, get as many as you can fit on your oven tray. You're probably going to get about 5. Like that. Little drizzle of olive oil, just to help the process. And once you've got that little drizzle, I'm just going to turn them over so that they're nicely coated in that oil. So just rub, 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 all of them. And I'm going to pop them into the oven about 160 degrees for about 25 minutes. And they'll come out nice and golden, nice and crunchy, and they'll be ready to put the rest of our ingredients on. So I'll pop this into the oven. And move on to the next part of the dish, which is making the pulled meat component of our tostada. So I'm doing a pulled chicken tostada with guacamole and a little bit of, not much, a little bit of cos lettuce, iceberg lettuce, just want a crunchy, refreshing lettuce, a little bit of cheese to finish off. So to start with our pulled chicken component, what I need, chicken breast. I'm just gonna cut that, the chicken breast that size, you could probably cut in half, just so it cooks a little bit quicker. So we'll cut that in half. I've got this pulled meat spice mix here. Put that on top. I'm just going to sort of toss that around so everything's nicely coated in that pulled meat spice mix like that. And then any extra of that spice mix is fine to leave in there because we're going to put about 2 cups of water on top of it. Just enough to cover the chicken, basically. 1.5 cups, 2 cups of water. Then pop that on the hob. I'm going to cook it with the lid on for about 10 minutes. Then I'm going to turn the chicken over so it's nicely coated for another 10 minutes and then let it sit for 10 minutes. I've cleaned down my bench. My chicken's been on for about 10 minutes so I can start making my avocado, or my guacamole. I was going to say avocado salsa. Guacamole, basically. Avocados, first thing that I need. Now you can, when you're making guac, you could just sort of scoop all your avocado out and then get the back of a fork and mash it. But I find that if you kind of dice it, and you can be really rough with this in the skin beforehand, it just makes that process a little bit easier. So just a cross hatch. Good thing about guacamole, if you don't use all of it on the tostada, it's going to get eaten somewhere. It's so versatile, you can just have it with corn chips or on your toast in the morning for breakfast. So I'll do both of these avocados, and then I'm just going to finely dice some, well, I'm not going to finely dice the tomatoes, I want to keep them nice and crunchy. I'm going to chop up my tomatoes, I'll get a red onion and dice probably half a red onion through our guacamole, and then I'm going to add the old El Paso guacamole spice mix into it. And that'll just boost all of the flavours, and then we'll be ready to wait probably another 10 minutes for our tostadas to come out. Our chicken's been on for 20 minutes. I turned the chicken over about 10 minutes in, so at the halfway mark, and it's pretty much ready to pull apart now. So I'm going to take the chicken out, and then while I'm shredding this, I just want to pop the saucepan back on the heat and start reducing the sauce that's in there. That sort of stock or sauce that's been created from our chicken, so you've almost got a chicken stock in there as well, and from that spice mix, from our pulled meat spice mix. So to shred your chicken, just get 2 forks and start pulling it apart like that. Break up those sort of protein strands and it will come apart pretty easy. Because you've been poaching it for about 20 minutes, the chicken's going to break up pretty easy. So that can go back in to our sauce mix. It's reduced down a little bit because we've got the lid on there. It hasn't reduced all the way down. So this is the last thing we're going to do. For about 10 minutes again on a low heat, I'm just going to add the chicken back on the pot and let it it's almost resting with a low heat underneath it, just to reduce that sauce down a little bit more. And so we end up with a thicker sauce that can hold around our shredded chicken. In, back on the heat. No lid this time, don't need that. So we've got about 10 more minutes to go now. The tostadas or the tortillas should be ready to come out. So I'll check on those. So they're nice and golden brown. Give them a turn. They're not quite there. 5 more minutes and they'll be done. So these will be done in 5. Our chicken will be done in 10. So at 5 minutes, this will come out. Another 5 minutes, our chicken, and then we're ready to put the tostada together. My tostadas are out. They'll firm up while they cool down. My chicken, I can turn my stove off. My chicken can come over. Happy with that. Now I just want to let that rest for a bit with no heat. Just so the chicken, without any heat in there, can soak up all of that sauce that's it's surrounded by. So the sauce isn't just surrounding the chicken or on top of the chicken, it's actually soaked into the chicken. And as the chicken rests, that will happen. So I've got all the ingredients I need now to make my tostada. My guacamole, I've got a little bit of sort of a baby cos lettuce, which I'm going to almost shave, so really finely shred it. My hard cheese, and the reason I like hard cheese on something like this, like a pecorino or a parmesan or a manchego, if you get normal cheddar, it grates into really big pieces and it falls out everywhere. A really fine grate of a hard cheese gives you a much more punch, so you're getting all that cheese and not having to add so much of it. So you're not going to have it falling off the tostada everywhere. You're still going to get that nice cheesy punch. So I'll let this cool for probably 3 minutes and then we'll plate up. So we'll put one of those down. I'll go avocado, well, guacamole. I keep doing that first. So a good spoonful of that. And then on top of our guac, our pulled chicken. You see it's still nice and warm, so it's still carried all that heat, but it's just given it a little bit of time to soak up that sauce. So about the same amount of chicken that we had to guacamole. I've shredded that baby cos a little bit on top, just a little shave of our hard cheese on top. So that is a tostada. Now, I said before, it is basically a big corn chip or a plate that you can eat on top of. So there are 2 ways you can go about it. One, you could take that off and eat that guacamole, pulled chicken, lettuce mix like it was your plate, and then eat your plate at the end. Or you can pick it up and try and bite it like a pizza. So you have tostadas as a canapé a lot, where you've got one mouthful. That crunch of that baked tortilla adds another level to what is already a fantastic Mexican dish when you've got really intense braised meat, a fresh salsa, and that lettuce. It's a great combination.